This is Dev B Music.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Atlanta. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Ryan, he completes this to Russell Gage. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That third down conversion good for 23.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Down at the 48.
Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Open man, it's Stacker. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That third down conversion good for 23. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On first down, it's Gurley. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Jordan Lucas there on the stop.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. So the sack pushes him back, and now third and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Here's Ryan. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the offense going to use the first of their time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They hand it to the big tight end. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Looking to throw on second down. Trubisky throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. We're scoreless after 1.
First quarter with no score.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Hill to try again. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Now Ryan. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They go play action. Trubisky. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big gain of 38 there on third down. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Gurley, the ball carrier.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
A gain of 2. Brings up second.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have the Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That third down conversion good for 23. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. Open man is Hill. He's got it. They call it no gain there on the first down play.
No gain.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Throwing again on second down. Ryan, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Akeem Hicks picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And that is going to be incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
The Bears first down.
Trubisky will throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Down Bears.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Out of the gun, Trubisky. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will knot things up here late in the first half. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock. And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here. And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened. You think that factored in? I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 18. He's back to throw here to start the drive. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And all the way down to the 42. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 41 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Patterson on the carry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They go play action with Trubisky. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
A 55-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. Well, listen, now, no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions. Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. Coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Ford. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Brandon, this is quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. That throw, Charles, in the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
After the interception, here's Ryan. In a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Trubisky. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. 15. Play action. Now Trubisky. With a big catch. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. They'll run on 1st down. It's Patterson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Atlanta, Georgia's the spot. I'm glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Now Trubisky lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get to the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson.
He's got it with the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 50 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
On the return, the Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From the shotgun is Trubisky, being chased out left. And it's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And that'll bring up second down.
To second and 10.
Now Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. And now he'll tuck it and run. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan able to connect with his top man, Julio Jones. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Minshew able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this pack.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Grady Jarrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Darquez Dennard. this one back to the 37-yard line.
Intercepted.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 41. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Incomplete.
He has just not had his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. Left side by Robinson. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's a third down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
Bears first down.
On first down, Trubisky gonna let one fly through it, and this is caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, 31 yards. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10.
Makes the score Falcons 17, Bears 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Taken in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here, or do you...
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Throwing on second and long. Ryan. That one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Kyle Fuller there defensively. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Trubisky to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second.
Here's Trubisky. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. I see you nodding your
head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go, just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
He'll look to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
Complete to Allen Robinson.
That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
First down, Bears.
Back to throw. Out to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Throwing now is Trubisky. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air is going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And he will finally be taken down up at the 48. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Ryan. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Ryan wants to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Sterling Hoffrichter.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. Fielded in the end zone. Well, he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bears take over first and 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Now Trubisky on first down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
To Allen Robinson.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. On first and 10, it's Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5.
Trubisky's pass intercepted. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is taken in at the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.